So in this class, I will show you guys how to buy a domain name from any of the domain name registrar. Now I'll quickly explain what a domain name registrar is. But before that, let me open up a website that you can use to buy a domain name. So Truehost is one of the websites to get a domain name and also to host your website. We've already explained what hosting is and what domain name is. Now, if you want to buy, you pick a website or a domain name for your brand. For example, we have Jumia, we have Amazon.com, and there are different domain names available there. Now, this is where people buy domain. We have different domain registrar. So we have Truehost. We also have what is called a Hostinger. Hostinger is another platform where you can, purchase your domain name or even host your buy a hosting server so you could host your website. I really like Hostinger, but it can be quite pricey because they charge per dollar. Right now, if you are watching this video and you are living in the third world countries, converting your currency to dollars is going to increase your purchase fee. Now, if you're low on budget, now Truehost is basically I think this is truehost.com.ng targeted is targeting the Nigerians. So but then I'm going to use this because one of the reasons being that some persons may want to watch these videos to find cheaper places to get their domain name. Then thereafter they can connect their domains to another registrar. For example, what I'm saying in essence is that you can work with two different domain name registrars or hosting platforms. For example, that means I can buy a domain name here and then link it up to Hostinger, right? Why Hostinger hosts my website and then I buy a domain name from the Truehost. I don't know if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do here is that I already have an account with Hostinger. So if you don't have an account, you would have to visit Hostinger and then you sign up, right? Then we have different services here. We have for web hosting. So if you pick the web hosting, we have the different package plans here. Now, this is the different pricing plan for hosting this your website. It says that you can create up to 50 websites if you choose this plan. This is the most popular plan. This means you have to pay about $2.99 per month. And I think you're also going to be given a free domain name. I think so. Usually have free domain name. So we have here for free domain name. This is for the premium one. So what you will do now is you pick a plan, right? You pick a plan, and for example, I already have a plan, so I'll go to my account. So I'll log into my account. But if not, you have to pick a plan. So, but let's first of all let me show you guys how to buy a domain name. You can also buy a domain name from Hostinger by going to Hostinger. Once you log in, come to domain, come to get a new domain name. So you put in the domain name you are looking at getting here. Let's say testing ecom, or let's just say AI courses. So I click on search. So we have aicourses.com is already taken. This is already taken, right? So we have other suggestions for popular options. You can pick aicourses.social. Now we can see AI Course. Let's just test this. So AI Course is available and you'll be charged 0.01 as $0 about and some pence, 0.01 pence, right? For the first year. And then we also have what is called the renewal fee. Now, if you want to proceed with this, just click on add to cart. But if you want to buy, including other extensions, you'll be paying $32 per year, right? And thereafter, I think there should be a renewal fee. So, this should be very cheap. AI Course triple.com. Okay, this is for the first year. I think second year you'll now be paying about $19.99 that's per year subsequently. So this is only for first year. So you click on add to cart. For 3 years, this is what you'll be paying. So I'll pick for 1 year first. Really, so free domain privacy included 1 year, $9.99. So this is how much I'm paying. And then if I'm paying for 2 years, this is what you're going to be paying, guys. So let's pick 1 year, click on add to cart. Now this is what you do. You put in your card details, right? And we have the taxes and fees. So these taxes and then complete payments, and this domain name will be available for you. So I've just showed you guys how to buy domain name on Hostinger. Now for the Namecheap, you do a similar thing here by going to domains, go to register a new domain. You always register a new domain. Now click on register a new domain. As I've said, okay, let's check AI Corsi, that same domain name that we were searching for in the other domain name registrar. So it says aicorsi.com is unavailable. So I don't know, looks like AI Corsi, okay, triple E that I use here, triple E. So it should be available because I've not purchased, right? So it's available. So this is costing 15,000 naira, right? 15,000 naira. This is for Nigerians. Now, depending on where you are watching this video from, so you can just click on add to cart, then click on continue. If you don't have an account, you have to sign up and create an account. Then for ID protection, you can choose to hide your identity, okay? Because most times the registrar or the user that purchases his domain, your details is going to be pushed to the public. So you can choose to pay 1,500 naira per year to hide your identity from the public registrar. Oh, we also have email forwarding. It's actually free, so just include email forwarding. Now we have what is called name servers. I'm going to talk about this in the next video. So, but for now, you click on continue, right? Click on continue, and you'll be taken to a particular page to complete your payment. So make sure that you've agreed on the terms and condition here. Then click on checkout. Then I think you should be directed to one of the payment gateways, and then you proceed to complete your payment, and this domain is going to be registered. So we have here to pay online. So I'm going to cancel this and get back to you see it's unpaid, right? If I had paid, it's going to be available. Now, one other thing I would like to say is that if you are buying your domain name in this particular registrar, this hosting registrar, now you can directly host that domain name in this hosting server. You don't have to worry about what is called the name servers. So, but if you are buying a domain name from a different registrar, you would have to make sure you change name servers. As I said, I'm going to make a different video for this. So you have to change your name servers of your, for example, let me show you one of the domains I got here. So I'll go to manage my domains. So I would go to manage domain here. Remember, we've not made this payment. So we usually have what is called name servers, but this is because I've not purchased this domain. So this name servers is not going to be activated. So I'm going to pick a different one. I'll pick a different one, manage here. I think this is expired, so it's also not going to be available. So I'm going to pick a domain name which is currently active. So I have a domain name which is active. Let me go next. Go next. So I have active. So I go here, manage name server. So you see manage name servers. Click on manage name servers, and then you can see here we have what is called custom name servers, right? And then used by default. These are the default name servers. Whenever you get a domain name from a different registrar, you would usually use the default name servers. But now I decided to use a custom name server because I am not hosting this particular domain name on this TrueHost registrar. I'm hosting it on this Hostinger. and Hostinger usually have their name servers. All right, this is peculiar to Hostinger, which is ns1.dns packing this and that. Right, so I have these name servers. I'll just put it here and then click on change name servers, and it's going to automatically save. Right, so then that connects our domain name to this registrar, and then I can directly now host this domain name on a different Hostinger, like a different hosting. So I'll have to leave that page. Now I've shown you how you can link these things up. Then a different way, another way of doing that is, we have different other hosting platforms. We have GoDaddy. And we also have this, we call it A2 hosting. I think of recent, they've changed their domain name from A2 hosting to hosting.com. So for you to visit this website, just type hosting.com and you would see the available packages, the different services. You can even buy domain name from here. So just go to buy domain. So we can find a domain name here. So let's say aicourse.com. Click on search, and some of these platforms uses AI to fetch out availability of names. So we have the available names here, aicourse.com, which is costing around 11.99. If you take a quick look, you will notice that there's a price difference in hosting A2 hosting and Hostinger. So I mean, it was about 9.99 for the first year. Then about $19 for other years, but in this hosting.com is $11.99 for the first year and $21.99 for other years. So right now that means A2 hosting is quite expensive. So these are the pros and the cons you have to look at before you proceed to pick any domain name or hosting registrar of your choice. Right, so I'll be stopping this video here, and thank you guys for following me, and I'll see you guys in the next class.